Good morning and welcome here on Quest 93.1 FM and Quest Television. Today is the 19th day in the month of December, the year 2023. A lovely morning here in the studios at Ugeli, and I do hope you are having a lovely morning as well. It is now time for us to move on to the papers, and see what the headlines have for us, what is making the rounds on the dailies. My name is Orikemi Mariam. With all that being said, welcome to the newspaper review here on Quest. Making a return to the studios this morning are four newspapers. We have The Guardian, The Nation, the Punch newspaper, as well as the Nigerian Tribune. And yes, it is the second day in a lovely week. Here with me this morning in the studio is Comrade Efe Odomo, here to enlighten us on some of the rounds making the dailies. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, good morning. I'm not going to throw the ladder that is taking me up so that others can climb it up too. Yes.
Okay. Well, with that being said, let's head straight into the papers. And the first paper for review will be The Guardian. On the front page of The Guardian newspaper this morning, the major headline reads, Nigerians may burn over 1.5 trillion naira on cooking gas in 2024 amid incentives. And below that, you can see a chart showing more information on that. But do also read the story on page 6 of The Guardian. Moving away from that, Nigeria's delegation to COP28 insensitive to economic reality is making it to page 12 of The Guardian. 3.5 billion naira debt court freezes oil government's accounts in 10 banks. More details on that on page 5. Irrigation agriculture, experts recommend new land administration method is making it to the front page of The Guardian this morning. But if you want to know more details on that, you can go to page 4. Energia and Owando JV commission multi-billion naira projects in Delta. More details on that on page 9. But moving away to page 3 of The Guardian newspaper, Senate gives panels 48 hours to submit 2024 budget reports. Yes, I believe this is making the rounds on all the dailies this morning, but you can get more details on that on page 3 of The Guardian. INEC plans reruns and by-elections for February 2024 is also making it to the front page of The Guardian, but you can get more details on that on page 4 of The Guardian. Tinubu meets newspaper proprietors and promises press freedom and others. It's making it to page 3. And also Tinubu brokers truce as Fubara and Wike sign peace agreement. Yes, it seems as though we've come to the end of this, but is that really the case? Comrade will call it, comment more on this later on, but you can read more of this on page 6. LCCI raises concern on inflation crisis and charges CBN on new approach is the final headline on the front page of The Guardian newspaper this morning. But you can get more details on that on page 15, and that's much we can take on the front page of The Guardian newspaper. The next paper for review will be The Nation. And on the front page of The Nation newspaper this morning, it states Fubara and Wike strike deal. Well, the writer there says warring camps sign 8-point agreement after presidential intervention. Yes, more details on that on page 4. After you read on the front page, you can get the terms for your agreement on page 4. Moving above the masthead, INEC fixes by-elections into Senate and House and others for February. It's making it to page 5. And Catholic Church okays blessing for same-sex couples. More details on that on page 4. Budget 2024, committees ordered to submit reports. It's making it to page 6. But quite an interesting one on page 7 of The Nation newspaper. It says Benin, Niger and Togo owe Nigeria $11.16 million electricity bill. Quite an interesting one there. Controversial one as well, but like I said, get more details on that on page 7. 2 die in Alao Akala's house fire. Quite a sad one there indeed. But may their souls rest in peace. You want to read more details on that, go to page 26. And also perform or be fired, Tinubu tells NNPCL board. The writer there says treat Niger Delta with better care. You can read more details on that on page 4 after reading on the front page. President pledges ease of doing newspaper business. It's making it to the front page as well. You can get more details on that on page 5. But the final headline there on the front page of The Nation. It says Presidential CNG Initiatives Committee unable to account for palliative cash. You can get more details on that on page 6. And that's much you can take on the front page of The Nation newspaper. The next newspaper this morning for review is The Punch. And on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning, National Assembly may pass budgets on Saturday and 441 MDAs end defense. The writer there says Senate and reps to harmonize appropriation bill and eye Saturday for passage, says the Senate spokesman. And also committees submitting reports and January to December budget cycle will be sustained, says committee chair. More details on that on page 2. Moving above the masthead, Fubara and Wike reach truce as Tinubu intervenes again. It's making it to page 13. And also Lagos government congratulates Punch on NMMA awards. Yes, more details on that on page 13. Moving down below, we have 800 billion naira illicit drugs seized and 42,105 offenders nabbed, says Marwa. You can get more details on that on page 5. But page 4 and 5 of the Punch is always a puncher. It says husband kills wife over food in Lagos. Quite a gruesome one there. But like I said, page 4 and 5 has that story. 2 killed as fire raises late Alao Akala's residence. Yes, it's quite a sad one there. But more details on that on page 13. And for the picture of the day, we can see the headline there that states Tinubu to review policies affecting newspaper industry and editors launch trust fund. Yes, you can get more details on that on page 29 of the Punch newspaper. And for the sake of time, that's how much we can take on the front page of the Punch. The final paper for review this morning is the Nigerian Tribune. And on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, the major headline there says how presidency brokered truce between Fubara and Wike. The writer there says Shetima, Gbajabiamila, Ribadu and Odili in attendance. And below that we can see the agreements reached at the meeting, about I believe 7 or 8 of them. The first reads impeachment proceedings against Fubara should stop. The next says all matters instituted in court by Rivers Governor and his team should be withdrawn immediately. Leadership of Rivers Assembly led by Amai Wule should be recognized along with 27 lawmakers who defected. Also, Fubara must represent state budget to a properly constituted House of Assembly. Names of all commissioners who resigned should be resubmitted to Assembly for approval. And the dissolution of local government administration is null and void. Remuneration and benefits of all leaders of assembly and staff must be reinstated immediately. And the final agreement that says governors should not interfere with funding of assembly. Yes, but you can get more details on all of this on page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. Moving away from that, we have Tinubu to NPAN. I will consider paper industry policy review. Get more details on that on page 7. NGE to launch trust fund on media sustainability and professionalism is also making it down the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. More details on that on page 9. 3,963 teachers failed professional qualifying exams, says the TRCN. But you can get more details on that on page 7. And also EFCC declaring Agunloye wanted, a joke, as this is a statement from Shoyinka. But more details on that on page 8. INEC may hold by-elections and reruns in February, says, is stated there on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, but more details on that on page 17. And also at Adamawa, it says, appeal court opposed Finteri's election and fines Binani 1 million naira. More details on that on page 9. Tinubu threatens to sack NNPCL board if, well, more details on that on page 7. And well, at this point, that's much we can take on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Yes, we've taken the details or the headlines on the front pages of the dailies I mentioned earlier, which is The Guardian, The Nation, The Punch, as well as the Nigerian Tribune. And it is now time for you to be able to call into the show and have your say regarding the headlines that made the rounds. The numbers to call are already there on your screen for those on TV, and for radio, the numbers are 081 88 888 931 and 08022 931 931. Do well to state your name and your location and then have your say, but do not forget to turn down the volume of your TV or radio set, or better still just turn it off so we don't have any sort of interference, problems from the other side. Well, yes, it is now time, and with that being said, let's take the first call for the day. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kuwait. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Delta. Good morning, Zopo. Yeah, Zopo, no, in general. Mr. Friday, calling from Ijobo.
Yes, Mr. Friday, welcome on board. Please have your say.
Thank you, man. God bless you.
God bless you as well.
Talking about a husband that killed his wife because of food. I think it is shocking. It is abnormal. It is inhuman. It is condemnable.
Yes.
Because of food, you kill your wife. I think this is a clamoring call for the nation now, or for families, or for the government to start teaching moral at home, even in school. Let moral be a course, a study in school, so that we should concrete this moral from our formative year, from our formative as we are growing. Let it start from the home, from the primary school, so that we will concrete it and we will indoctrinate into our system. It is an aberration to kill your wife because of food, or to kill your husband because of food. It is something you can settle at home. Please, let us concrete that. It will help us to a large extent. I want to say that for now, we are seeing laterals on our federal road, mostly in road here. It's causing hazard. The lateral they are putting on the road is causing hazard. We are not animal, we are not goat. After a day walk, now you go to hospital because of lateral dust everywhere. Please, put asphalt or concrete on the federal road. Don't kill your citizens in this country. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Mr. Friday. Yes, we're still taking calls here on the newspaper review on Quest today, and the numbers are still the same: 081 88 888 931 and 0022 931 931. Quite a lot of headlines that made the rounds this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. I believe this is Mr. Henry. Yes. Good morning and welcome. Please have your say.
Mubarak Tinubu signs peace agreement through Tinubu's intervention.
Yes.
Peace from the condition. Yes, we thank God that there's not peace, on the offing. I will pray God that they should stick to the agreement too. And we pray God that the people of River State should benefit from the peace. Then again, Nigerians may burn over 1.5 trillion naira on cocoa gas in 2024 amid the same thing. Now, the truth that we Nigeria, like Amesi said, we do everything, you can do it to Nigeria, but they don't complain. You can go kill someone mother before you carry on. We are too docile. Because the truth that when I get on Nigeria, you look at the on the wood, which is not even available in some areas. And now we no palliative, no nothing, and gas is still going on. That is that our hardship should be there because the cost of living is very high now. The fact that we release the Chinese government, then finally, Catholic Pope bless gay purpose. In church, the way things are happening, though the mass said that God does not, discriminate. Even those who have married, that they don't want to remarry, they all have divorced. They have a reason, but that these days we are blessing gay marriage, and it's being done by the top of the church in the world. Doesn't make sense. Anyway, have a good day, man.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Henry from Mosaga. But yes, we're still keeping it real here on the newspaper review. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, welcome. Your name and your location, please.
My name is Mr. Pauline Musawari from Sapele.
All right, welcome. Can you please speak out?
Okay, I'm speaking louder. I don't know. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Please have your say.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to speak about this truth we talk about the presence and the problem in River State. If you read the agreement or what they call it, you will see that the decision is one-sided. Now you are saying that they should withdraw all the cases from the court. And you are saying that the governor should reintroduce his budget to the full house, and the commissioners and the resigned, their names should be returned and be approved by the assembly. And they didn't say anything about those people that cross to APC. So the decision there is against the governor of the state and for the APC. They are turning the River State to the APC. So it's one-sided. So I don't like the way the president is resolving matters.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, but we have to give room to more callers to be able to call into the show. And yes, if you're just joining in, this is a newspaper review on Quest today. Yes, hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, welcome. Your name and your location, please. Okay, since we've just lost that call.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn on the volume of your radio.
I'm calling from Obiaroko.
All right, welcome. Please have your say.
Yes, I want to say that the issue of Wiki and the Fubara, that the governor of Delta State, I've not been happy. I've been trying to call for Monday. I've not been happy about the analysis that I've been giving your station. It has been one-sided. You should look at the issues. Like what one of the callers said yesterday, this issue of government should be killed. Because why the desperation to become a governor of that state and any other state in Nigeria, they sign any pact, agreement, any covenant, that will hang a necklace to the governor or to whoever that the local government chairman or even councillors and wherever they met. And that's how they adopt the form. So the desperation to become governor, because if you remember the first state, the man that was more popular to become the governor of that state or the candidate was from Calabari, a very major ethnic group in the Otobo, where the President Fubara comes from. It's a minority ethnic group. But we can impose Fubara on the people. That's the problem you are saying. And make the covenant that make sure that he clear all the positions. So if you are going into a position, don't sign anything that will kill you later. So when people are analyzing the station, in the radio or television, they should be they should adopt a good approach. They should be ambivalent. They should not be taking sides so that we enjoy the analysis. God bless and God bless.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, we've gotten your points. But at this point, we have to move over to Comrade, to enlighten us on some of the headlines that made the rounds. Yes, I'll be back to take phone calls if time allows it. Well, Comrade, you've heard the voice of the people. Yes, they have spoken a lot, but most people really did talk about how the presidency brokered truce between Fubara and Wike, and also the agreements reached at the meeting. And you heard that caller that said that it seems as though the agreements are one-sided. What's your take on that?
Yeah, thank you, Miriam. I will agree with that caller that says it's a one-sided issue. Actually, the 27 members that defected to APC, was there any agreement that they should come? Is there any agreement that says that Wike will remove his neck from his knee from the neck of Fubara? Is there any agreement on the issue that Fubara now has full control of the House of Assembly? Now they should withdraw the cases from the court. Yes, it's a good move actually. But the fact remains, will these 27 members continue to be loyal to Mr. Governor? It's a very, very crucial question. They did not address any of those areas at all. Now, Wike is somehow controlling 90% of the affairs of Rivers State while in Abuja. The government did not say anything about that. And how do you think that agreement will work? And the last caller said the man signed an agreement that put him in a hot soup, as it is now. Definitely, if you give somebody a goat, you need to release the rope. Wike also signed a pact with his predecessor somehow. Now, when he got there, did he respect that part? Who owns River State? Is it one person that you make someone to sign an agreement? Do you make me to sign an agreement that I will leave my father's house for you, and you think I will respect it when I get into that house? In anyhow, you rescue somebody's wife from the well, it's an appreciable move. I will not agree with them that it's a suicide agreement that is between Wike and Fubara. Because it still belongs to all of them. For only one man to stand up and say, this is what I want, it's not good. And that is why we must kill godfatherism in this country. We must kill godfatherism. Not by him ending up that Fubara is from one of the minority areas in Rivers State. Are we saying that the minority have no stake in their own affairs? Are they not human beings? Are they subhuman? Being from the majority tribe is not your making. Nobody decides where he or she is born into. It's a divine issue, and it's only God that decides that. Anybody that has the weighted thought to be the leader and has the charisma of a leader should be the leader. Cannot say because somebody from the minority has no stake to his own property. No.
Oh, well, Comrade, you've spoken well, but let's see if we can take more calls before we run things here on the newspaper review. And yes, if you're just joining in, we had 4 newspapers today: The Guardian, The Nation, The Punch, as well as The Nigerian Tribune. And yes, we took all of the headlines, and it is now time for you to be able to call in. The numbers are still the same: 081 88 888 931. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, your name and your location, please.
I am Comrade Ikusa Simeon calling from Ogoro.
All right, welcome. Please have your say.
The issue of Rivers State, really, I I listened to a caller who said the settlement is one-sided. Yes, it's like that. But why is it like that? That Fubara, who is the governor of the state, as a father of the state, was incapacitated to settle his home. So when you are a father, a husband of wife and children, you are not capable to settle your home. The outsider will come inside and then resolve it in a way that you feel that peace should reign. So he lacked the knowledge to settle his home peacefully. That is the way I see it to be. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
I understand that because he was not fighting the House of Assembly. It was Wike that was on his neck. And when you withdraw 27 members out of 31 from somebody's cabinet, you have already crumbled that cabinet. And they are not prepared to listen to him. In what way would they have settled the matter? At least they went to court. That they want to declare the seats open. That's a very positive way of settling the matter. He didn't drag them out of office. I read one article written by one Ikuli when he said the Fubara should not attend any meeting in Abuja. He should send the deputy. The wife should not act as the first lady, but the wife of the deputy governor should be the first lady in every function, so that Fubara will not come into the limelight and for people to know his potential. All these are criminal issues. Did they investigate all these matters before they start saying that they should go back to status quo? What is the status quo in this minute? Like the first question I asked, did they ask the 27 members that defected to APC to come back to PDP? Or they will remain in opposition in the government of PDP in Rivers State? There are so many things to look at. There are so many things that are swept under the carpet. What is happening now is just like the silence in the graveyard. Everything is not well in the graveyard, but nobody talks there. Everywhere is silent. Does that mean that they're happy?
Well, let's see if we have time to take one call before we round things here on the round up things here on the newspaper review. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome and have your say.
Yeah, this is from General Jerry.
Please have your say.
Please, I want to talk about the truce that was brokered between Fubara and Wike.
Yes, that is what we're currently talking about.
Seriously. If you check the politics in this country, you know that it's for personal aggrandizement. Nobody is talking about the citizens being happy. Everybody just wants to get a chunk from the political platform in this country. Sometimes I ask myself, is this democracy? This is not democracy, because what we took from the white man country to this country is not what we are practicing. How can we be pushing godfatherism? The person that is supposed to act as the governor in Rivers has no say. All because of godfatherism. Now the man has been incapacitated. He cannot act as the governor of Rivers State. I don't know.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. But we have to round things up here on the newspaper review, yes. But I'm sure Comrade will talk about this matter some other time because, well, we have the whole week ahead of us.
So where do we settle our own dispute now? Is it in Asaba we'll go to Abuja too? Well, because I'm not comfortable with cutting off the line right now.
Well, I do not know. But what I do know is that I have to thank you for being here with me today, and I do look forward to having you tomorrow as usual.
Yes, I also think by His grace I will all be alive and to keep the country moving.
Yes.
Thank you for the whole activities.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone who called into the show for keeping it real here regarding the headlines and all of that. Thank you very much. And also want to use the opportunity to thank the Vanguard newspaper for sponsoring the paper review here on Quest today. But from myself and from Comrade Feodomo and my crew, bye for now and have yourself a lovely, lovely Tuesday.